Hi everybody, today is Wednesday, March 16th, and this is my journal entry number 9. Today I did my, it's not number 9?
Wednesday, March 14th.
Oh, my daughter just corrected me. Wednesday, March 14th, gotta have that right. Today was my 4th chemo, and here's some of the things that have happened since the prior video, number 8. My hair has started to fall. I know that most women would be afraid to admit that, but I'm not. I'm gaining the reality that it is just part of what I have to do and go through. And yes, it is a vanity issue that I will deal with. I'm in the process of dealing with it with a great place called Gala Wigs here in the Houston Spring area, Texas. Houston Spring, Texas area, all it's the same thing. They're great people over there. It's Gayla Wigs. Look it up on the internet, people. They give you all the information you need, and they're a full service, and the woman herself has had to deal with wearing wigs all her life, so she knows exactly what most patients need. Now, would most women go on the internet and say, hey, I'm going to wear a wig? Probably not. But you know what? I'm going to have a wig because when I step out the door, I'd like to still have hair on my head. And if that makes me vain, and if that's wrong, then I'm vain and I'm wrong. But I'd like to have hair when I walk out my front door. Now, when I'm in my home, you know, I'll probably be like 98% of, well, I mean, I don't know what the statistic is, but most of the cancer patients wear either a wrap or a scarf on their head, which I have no problem wearing, but I want other options to be there when I'm ready for them, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. So there, and I've begun the hat phase of my chemotherapy. Thus, I'm wearing my favorite. Of course, it looks backwards, but it does say Mickey, because one of the favorite, most magical places in the world for this family has always been Disney World. Even had my honeymoon there, so cool, you know. New drugs in the works. I'm allergic to Finnergan, which is one of the drugs that they give you for nausea, and it causes extreme twitching in my body. So much so that I had to get off of it because the twitching was out of control. The new drug that they've prescribed for me is a derivative of a favorite 80s, 70s, 60s, and maybe other generations, even future ones, drug. But it's a man-made derivative of marijuana. It is a drug that is supposed to be probably one of the most potent ones to deal with nausea. And I haven't started that yet. I start that this Friday. I'll take my first pill. So if I get back on the internet and I'm acting all woo, you'll know why. Other than that, I've learned something new. You guys might recognize these. I don't know if you could see that. They are Skittles. Skittles, I have learned, along with lollipops, are great nausea killers. If you don't already know, I mean, I understand there's things out there like ginger and peppermint, but the thing is you got to keep your mouth busy the entire time. Keep it clean. You got to keep your mouth busy the entire time. It does work. It works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but if you're a new chemo patient out there, try it. Lollipops, Skittles. Anything else new? I'm not quite sure, but this is the first night of chemo, so I usually feel pretty okay the first night, although last time it was really bad. The Ativan, along with the Zofran, which is what I'm on right now, and the other stuff that I'm going to be trying on Friday, the it just remind me of the 80s, if you know what I mean. That's the only drugs that I'm on right now, and it seems to be working for tonight. I'm a little queasy, just a little bit, but tonight around midnight I'll be taking my Ativan, and hopefully that'll help me sleep. And tomorrow I'll go in for my fluids, my Neulasta shot. And that supposedly will be more Ativan, so I should be under control in these first 48 hours. As always, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who does watch the videos. I know some of the viewing has slowed down a little bit, especially on the last entry. But, you know, I don't do it for the, I do it for the comments because I like reading them. I do it for looking back and focusing on what I had already gone through, and for history so that I can, you know, remember what this was like every time I did it and reference it. You know, you never know. There's always somebody out there that's starting chemo. Oh, one last thing. I almost forgot to mention this fantastic movie that I saw about breast cancer survivors called 1A, the letter A, minute. If you have an hour and 20 minutes of your life to give up, which everybody should, watch this video. If you know anybody who's going through breast cancer, if you know anybody who just got diagnosed, it helps you learn become familiar with some of the feelings that they don't warn you about, with some of the things that they don't tell you about. I learned something completely new just from watching that movie. So I wanted to give a shout out to that movie because I thought it was a very informative movie. Again, the title of the movie is the number 1, A as in apple, a minute. 1A minute. Darn. Did I do that right? It was 1A minute. Okay, that's the title. So as always, people, fight's on. We're 4 down. And for all you great mathematicians, 12 minus 4 is... See you next time.